Hi there, thanks for joining us. Me and Jesus hanging out here for Lesson 9. I'm going to read the text of Lesson 9 from A Course in Miracles, and then I will channel Jesus with his commentary afterwards. Lesson 9. I see nothing as it is now. This idea obviously follows from the two preceding ones, but while you may be able to accept it intellectually, it is unlikely that it will mean anything to you as yet. However, understanding is not necessary at this point. In fact, the recognition that you do not understand is a prerequisite for undoing your false ideas. I'm going to read that sentence again. In fact, the recognition that you do not understand is a prerequisite for undoing your false ideas. These exercises are concerned with practice, not with understanding. You do not need to practice what you already understand. It would indeed be circular to aim at understanding and assume that you have it already. It is difficult for the untrained mind to believe that what it seems to picture is not there. This idea can be quite disturbing and may meet with active resistance in any number of forms, yet that does not preclude applying it. No more than that is required for these or any other exercises. Each small step will clear a little of the darkness away, and understanding will finally come to lighten every corner of the mind that has been cleared of the debris that darkens it. These exercises, for which 3 or 4 practice periods are sufficient, involve looking about you and applying the idea for the day to whatever you see, remembering the need for its indiscriminate application and the essential rule of excluding nothing. For example, I do not see this typewriter as it is now. I do not see this telephone as it is now. I do not see this arm as it is now. Begin with things that are nearest to you and then extend the range outward. I do not see that coat rack as it is now. I do not see that door as it is now. I do not see that face as it is now. It is emphasized again that while complete inclusion should not be attempted, specific exclusion must be avoided. Be sure you are honest with yourself in making this distinction. You may be tempted to obscure it. Okay, that's lesson number 9. Let's see what Jesus has to say. You are blessed beings indeed. I am that one that you know as Jesus. And once again, we congratulate you for making it to Lesson 9. Lesson 9, you do not see anything as it is now. And this is true enough. You are deeply contaminated by ideas and thoughts and recollections and projections in your mind that interfere with your ability to see clearly. This is something that you are at this stage going to have to take on faith, because when you, in your normal state of consciousness as you exist now, you will look at something and you say, well, of course I see this as it is now. It's a cup. It's a cup now. It was a cup yesterday and it will be a cup tomorrow. That is the logical, linear thinking mind arguing with the practice periods which are designed to shift and change the deepest parts of your consciousness, not the superficial layers. You are all functioning in a very superficial way, basing your words and basing your reactions and your opinions on stories and lessons from other beings that you have been told and were often punished if you did not agree with them. We'll go back to your school system and we remind you of how indoctrinating that felt to have to sit in a desk often when you were tired and would prefer to play as a small child. These are traumatic indoctrination techniques under threat of punishment, and this is not the way that you recall school, but this is some of the training programs that you've been through that have distorted your mind, that have indoctrinated you into particular modes of thought that you no longer have choice in. What we are doing is we are loosening the locks and we are scraping away at the rust of those locks to let you be truly free. And to do that, we must begin to push your mind into directions that are unfamiliar. And this is why your ordinary consciousness may feel confused or resistant, because we are actually asking you to begin to take journeys down treks, down pathways that have been forbidden to you, questioning things and looking at things in a different way. This is not how you are trained in your society, and so these lessons seem to be ridiculous because your training programs of linearity and time-based focused thinking and materialism all have been trained into you for a particular reason, to keep you out of your miracle mindedness. That is where we are leading you. We are leading you towards your miracle mindedness. So listen to that voice and just be aware of it and go, oh, there's the trained mind arguing with this lesson. I don't have to understand it. I don't have to agree with it. I just have to practice it. And I am curious enough about the inner workings of my consciousness that I am willing to keep practicing these lessons with Jesus. I am that one that you know as Jesus, and my work has never changed over all these eons. It is about relieving suffering. It is about giving freedom to the heart and mind of all of the humans on this planet. And that is what I started teaching so many years ago, and it is what I still teach. And it is coming from a deep love for humanity. You do not need to suffer. You are suffering too much in this world now. And these lessons are going to show you a way out of that suffering. Join us tomorrow for Lesson 10. We will see you then. He is quite playful. Thank you for joining us for Lesson 9, and I'll see you tomorrow for Lesson 10. Bye.